The Trauma Code. Heroes on Call is a South Korean medical drama series that follows the struggles and triumphs of a trauma team led by a highly skilled but unconventional surgeon, Dr. Baek Kang-hyuk, with themes of medical ethics, bureaucracy, and perseverance. The show presents a gripping portrayal of the high-pressure world of emergency trauma care. Dr. Baek Kang-hyuk, Ju Ji-hoon, a brilliant but unorthodox trauma surgeon, arrives at Hankuk University Hospital's struggling trauma center. Having spent years in conflict zones as a battlefield doctor, he is accustomed to performing high-risk procedures under extreme conditions. However, his unfiltered attitude and unconventional methods immediately put him at odds with the hospital's administration and more traditional doctors. Dr. Yang Jae-won Chu Young-woo, a passionate but inexperienced junior doctor, is assigned to the trauma team. He is in awe of Dr. Baek's skills but struggles to keep up with his demanding pace. Nurse Cheon Jangmi Ha-young serves as the glue of the team, balancing Dr. Baek's intensity with her compassionate and meticulous approach to patient care. The first major case they handled together is a multiple vehicle accident that floods the emergency room with critically injured patients. Dr. Baek ignores bureaucratic procedures, rushing into surgery to save a young woman whose heart has been punctured. His reckless but effective approach saves her life, but it earns him the ire of hospital director Choi Jung-min, Kim Joo-hun, who sees him as a troublemaker. Dr. Baek is shocked by the poor state of the trauma center, outdated equipment, understaffing, and administrative hurdles that slow down emergency response. He immediately pushes for changes, demanding better resources and faster decision-making. However, the hospital's board refuses his requests, arguing that the trauma unit is not profitable. Meanwhile, Dr. Jae-won faces a crisis when a severely injured construction worker arrives with internal bleeding. He hesitates to take charge, fearing the consequences of a mistake. But Dr. Baek forces him to step up. Under his guidance, Jae-won successfully performs his first emergency surgery, marking a turning point in his development. The trauma team is called to a hiking trail, where a man has fallen and suffered a critical head injury. Despite the urgency, red tape delays the hospital from dispatching an emergency helicopter. Frustrated, Dr. Baek personally arranges for a private helicopter, which arrives just in time to transport the patient. This action sparks outrage among the hospital board, who reprimand Dr. Baek for violating protocol. Dr. Choi Young-min attempts to have him removed, but a group of grateful patients and their families start a petition in his defense, bringing public attention to the trauma center's dire situation. Dr. Jae-won is put in charge of a young boy with severe abdominal injuries after a bicycle accident. The boy's father, a high-ranking official, pressures the hospital to assign a senior doctor, but Dr. Baek insists that Jae-won is ready. The tension rises as Jae-won performs a complex surgery under immense pressure. With Dr. Baek's guidance, he successfully stabilizes the patient, earning newfound confidence. Meanwhile, Nurse Cheon Jangmi uncovers corruption within the hospital. Funds meant for the trauma center have been diverted to the hospital's luxury VIP wing. She secretly gathers evidence but is caught by hospital officials, who threaten to fire her. A major bus accident overwhelms the trauma center with casualties. Dr. Baek, Jae-won, and the team work tirelessly, performing multiple high-risk surgeries back-to-back. Exhaustion sets in, and Dr. Baek collapses from overwork. During the crisis, Jae-won makes a near-fatal mistake in a procedure but manages to correct it at the last second. The experience leaves him shaken, but Dr. Baek reassures him that failure is part of learning. Meanwhile, Nurse Jang-mi secretly hands over the corruption evidence to a journalist, triggering a public scandal. The hospital director is forced to resign, but new leadership remains wary of Dr. Baek's methods. Dr. Choi Jung-min, desperate to regain control, offers Jae-won a promotion and funding for his own medical research on the condition that he distances himself from Dr. Baek. Torn between loyalty and ambition, Jae-won struggles with the decision. Meanwhile, an explosion at a chemical plant results in mass casualties. Dr. Baek, defying orders to wait for backup, rushes to the scene with his team. They perform makeshift surgeries on site, saving multiple workers. However, Dr. Baek is injured while shielding a patient from falling debris. Jae-won ultimately chooses to stay with the trauma team, rejecting the promotion. Dr. Baek is hospitalized due to his injuries, leaving Jae-won to take charge of the trauma center. His first major test comes when a pregnant woman arrives with life-threatening internal bleeding. With no senior doctors available, Jae-won makes the call to perform surgery on his own, successfully saving both mother and baby. Meanwhile, Nurse Jung-mi testifies in court against the hospital's corrupt practices, leading to a restructuring of the administration. The hospital's new leadership agrees to fund the trauma center properly, thanks to the public outcry generated by the scandal. Dr. Baek recovers and returns to the trauma center, finding it transformed. The long-awaited trauma helicopter arrives, a symbol of their victory in the fight for better emergency care. The final episode follows the team as they respond to their first call with the new helicopter, a factory explosion with multiple casualties. The series ends on a powerful note as the trauma team, now stronger than ever, prepares to save lives with newfound confidence and resources. The Trauma Code, Heroes on Call, is more than just a medical drama. It is a story of resilience, mentorship, and the battle against bureaucratic indifference in the face of life and death emergencies. Dr. Baek's unyielding dedication inspires those around him, transforming a failing trauma center into a beacon of hope. The series concludes with a sense of triumph. As the team's struggles lead to real change, Dr. Jae-won matures into a capable trauma doctor. Nurse Jang-mi proves that courage can bring justice, and Dr. Baek, despite his battles, continues to lead with unwavering determination. In the final moments, as the helicopter takes off for another emergency call, Dr. Baek turns to Jae-won and says, "Remember, every second counts. We're not just doctors, we're their last hope."